Homeschool Adventures Guild followed us 6 days ago. I forgot to test the microphone. Okay, it's apparently working. Great! Perfect! Hello!
Hi.
I think I saw Misty. Yep. Misty said hello.
Scooch up a bit.
Hello, Misty. We were gonna. It's so weird. I think this area works. It's
It seems
quiet.
fine. It's
we
quiet.
just have to we just have to get used to knowing where the camera is now instead of way down here. So anyway, we're gonna play. I almost said Star Realms. I'm playing Star Realms with Duchess right now. Space Base.
We're gonna play Space Base.
I'm gonna play Space Base. Have you ever played Space Base, Misty? That is one of our family favorites That stayed in the collection. Oops, I don't know why I just switched all that. I was trying to go that way. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
It was a lot of driving yesterday.
Yesterday was such a long drive.
um,
I mean, it was like an 11-hour trip.
yes.
But we did find a property that we're hoping to get.
We drove 600 miles that way. Stayed a few days, and we drove 600 miles back.
Yeah.
All in one day. Now, the other day, we only did 400 miles, and then we 200. And then yesterday, we're like, you know what? It'd be fun if we, like, make breakfast
and then drive until we die.
600 miles. I have.
So.
I learned it recently, and I love it. Gosh. Wish you luck. Yeah, so the property we found, it's been listed for a while. It's kind of messed up how it's listed, and our realtor is having a hard time tracking down the people who are actually selling it.
Yeah, so that we can maybe buy it from
Aloha, Scrappy.
Hi.
Yeah. So if it works out, it'll be a couple acres.
It's like 3.5 acres. It's got some really cool ravines running through
Yeah.
it.
And we were like,
but enough flat space to like do what we actually want to do.
right.
But then fun ravines kind of going toward the back, and then there's like I guess a river at the very back.
Right.
We didn't see that, but
okay, because we didn't know how far we could walk into the property, so we just stopped at the ravine. But there was ravines around.
Yeah.
And they're just like 20 feet deep, and they just seem to kind of drop off after that.
They're not super huge or anything.
No. And we're thinking of
and
putting in
everything
like
else is relatively flat, so that's kind of nice.
We're thinking of putting in like a frisbee golf course if we can get it.
Yeah.
That goes kind of like around the ravines
and at some
stuff.
point, like a cabin for people to stay at.
Yeah, because we thought we can't do much with the back end because it's gonna be down. And so we were like, well, we'll cut these like little trails to walk down, and then we'll just put a cabin back there, so that way y'all can visit.
Yeah.
So, and it'll be like in the woods and away from civilization, kind of. Our neighbors will be actually really close.
The neighbors are super close, actually.
Because it's like a big triangle, and so the neighbors would be close. But as long as we can get along with the neighbors, we'll be fine. We just have to make sure that they like board games.
Well,
that's about it.
We'll convert them.
We'll convert them to board games. So anyway, that way we'll have some people close to play with. But that's the news. If it can work, we found it doesn't have like building codes, so we can just build whatever we want.
But it will have to be mostly off grid.
Yeah.
So that it'll be a challenge.
Right.
Mostly financially, but
right.
We'll figure it out. We'll make do. We don't have like
there's some money to buy the property.
We pretty much can take all the time we need to build something. So
yeah, and then we'll have to buy one board at a time, like every couple days.
We can probably buy more than one.
2 boards, and we'll put them
maybe
up.
some nails.
And maybe
but
some
only,
nails.
Only precisely how many nails we need -5.
Right.
Because that's how it went when we built the trailer.
That's how
You're like, no, we don't need more than this. This will be enough. Oh, we need 5 more nails.
Bolts are expensive. I was like, oh, those are. It's like $1 a bolt, which doesn't seem bad. But when you're like building the frame for the solar panels, and I was like, I'm gonna have to use 32 bolts. Oh, that's $32 in bolts, and then the nuts for the bolts are another 50 cents. So that's like another like $16, $17.
Oh,
and
then
it's just like,
and then like 3 of the bolts fail.
They did.
And then we have to go buy more bolts because heaven forbid we just get a few extra bolts.
So we've decided now we are
$3. It's gonna break us.
We're gonna buy what we need for the project, plus a little extra.
We should probably get a little extra.
Plus a little extra.
We can always use it when we build a cabin.
Yes, we can. So
let's play some
let's
games.
play some Space Base. Space Base. Okay. Who would like to play Space Base with us? I don't see you on here, Misty. Did you want to play? They'll like search people. Misty and Scrappy and anyone else who would like to play Space Base. We are about to start a game. I'll invite you in if we are friends. I'm here. Okay, maybe I just have to refresh my screen, I bet. Yeah, that's probably it. Yep, Misty exists. Okay. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Okay, we can at least get this game going. The game is, I don't know, Misty, if you played it 2-player, but this game is different at 2-player. At 3, 4, and 5-player, it's similar enough, I think. But at 2-player, it makes it for a completely different play style.
Yeah. Well, because, like, with all the other player counts, your cards that go up on the top, your chances of getting those are much higher. With a 2-player game, you're only going to get one in between your turn. So you're not going to get as much stuff either.
At a 5-player game, it's really... Okay, I just have to set this up quick. At a 5-player game, it gets a really...
Like, you basically don't even want any cards down.
No.
You just want them all up.
Yeah, you want everything, and you're constantly like, just churning it up because the chances of you getting something better
are actually higher.
Are going to be a lot higher. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We started. We'll just do the 3 of us this time. Just the 3 of us. We can make it if we try. Doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just like realizing the rest of the song. Okay. Misty is here. I am here. I tried playing this with some people while we were at the hotel after looking at the property, and they kicked me out because I was still at apprentice level or whatever.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you play.
I won normal players, and my thought was like, this just came on. So like, you know, everybody. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna switch.
Misty's first.
There we go. Move this over. And I don't know what I just moved. Control Z. Okay. We'll leave you down there.
Sounds good. I can't see my little box, so.
Yeah, you're way over there and we're up here and stuff like that. It's all good. It's all good. And mostly just see what I have going for me. Playing this on the cell phone is so hard.
Way better on the laptop.
This, but the name is familiar. Okay, yeah. So this is Space Base. It's a lot like Machi Koro, if you've ever played Machi Koro. Every time the dice rolls, you're going to get whatever you have. So on your turn, you get everything that is...
your turn.
I know. That's why I'm walking through it. Every time it's your turn, you roll the dice. I must have rolled a 2 and a 3 or a 5. So I can either take the 2 and 3 or I can put them together and take the 5. If I take the 2 and 3, I'm going to get 1 coin. And if I get this one, I'll get a little cube here, which will allow me to add the sum together later to get maybe a 6 or something. Or I could take just the 5. This case in the game makes more sense to take these ones. So I'm going to take the 2 and the 3. And now I can choose to buy something. And all the buying stuffs are down here. So level 1 cards are cheapest. I think they're between 2 and 6? 2 and 5. I think they're between $2 and $5.
What? The level 1 cards? Yeah, I think it's between 2 and 5.
Right.
Then
so
it's
if you
7
look,
to 9.
And
then it's like 12 to 14.
What's good here? There's
a bit of a gap.
Oh, I'm going to get this one. So if you look at the top, the card breaks down like this. It costs $2. This is going to go in the 4 spot. And I'm going to get another one of these. But what happens is now my 4 spot gets flipped up. And so now on other people's turns, I am going to be able to activate sectors 4 and 3 because they're up here. But I can't activate anything else. So it's a very slow crawling game. This game in particular, I think is an awesome way to teach like systemic racism, ironically, or just the effects of over time of the unfairness of how things are set up. So what you do is you play this game with like 5 people and you make sure somebody definitely knows the rules and then a few people don't know the rules. And then you also have one person start the game with all of their things flipped up, like one of each or something, or maybe 10 extra cards. And then other people don't start with any, or they only start with 1, and so they have to like build up to it. And so it just kind of shows that if you get things inherited down from other people, you're going to do a lot better in the game than you are if you have nothing to work with. If you don't know the rules, if you don't understand the game, you're gonna get... It's not gonna work out too well. Okay, so in this case, if we look, I can do the 3 and the 1 again. Unfortunately, the 3 is not gonna get me anything. The 4 is not really gonna get me anything. I'm just gonna say 4 just for the sake of saying.
Technically,
4.
You should be able to use that cube to make it a 5.
I could, yeah.
But I mean, we're having some issues with using the cubes.
Right. I don't know if anybody else is having issues with using the cubes, but
If the card that has the cube is highlighted, like you seem to be not able to use the cube.
Yeah. It's been difficult to be able to utilize the cube ability. Okay. I'm going to do the 3. Flip that up. So now what happens is now I still have this ability, but now I have to charge it with 2 cubes before it can work. I'm going to confirm. I'm almost going to select. Okay. Okay, what did Misty say? Was told this was Machikoro in space when taught. Oh, well, but I've never played Machikoro.
Oh,
Right, nice. So Machikoro is similar.
Yeah, where you're kind of building up this engine, and as people roll, you'll get stuff.
Right. So, I mean, this is very similar to Catan. Like, if you really think about it and break it down, you are rolling and you're getting those resources. And you're getting those resources on everybody's turn. The ones that get flipped over up here, you're getting on other people's turns. And the ones down here, you're getting on your turn. And the game just keeps progressing. So, obviously, if you can have a good bell curve, you're going to be able to get more of those 7s and 6s. But if, unlike Machikoro, you can claim both dice or the sum of them together, which is something that we really like about this. So, like, in this case, I can take the 4 because I didn't have 2. But if I had a 2, I could have taken 2 2s. What did I roll? 3, 6. All right, how much money do I have? Okay, yeah, I'm going to explain this one. So I'm going to take number 9. Number 9 sector is this planet. Every time you take a planet, you like up the amount of reoccurring money that you have.
Yeah, because what happens is when you spend money, any amount of money, all of your money goes away.
Right.
But then the planets, your money only goes down to as many planets as you have. So if you have 5 planets, you'll never be lower than 5 money.
Yeah. I wonder, can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can kind of see mine on this other side. Yeah. So, like, if I walk through here.
It's easier to understand that, I think, in the
right, because you see it kind of ticking across the bottom. You have, like, these little trackers, which would really, really nice if they could, like, set in, but they don't. They just sit on top of the board, so they get bumped really easily. But anyway, when I buy stuff, you spend all of your money for it. So if I had 14 money and I bought a level 2 card, I'm spending $14 on a level 2 card. That's just how it works. No sectors to activate again. Now, what we were saying about the income is that at the end of your turn, you're going to reset your money back up to... You're basically never going to go lower than 1. Yeah, if you spent any money.
Yeah.
You can save your money from turn to turn, but once you spend it, you spend all of it.
Yeah.
And you win the game. The first person to have 40 spaceships
triggers the end of the game.
Triggers the end of the game. Everyone gets one more turn. So if we look here, I can take the 2 and the 1. You can see because they're kind of like dotted around. So that's going to account for 2 money. Or I can take the 8 and that'll be 3 money. So I'll take that. Now I can buy almost anything.
In the first row.
In the first row. Almost anything in the first row. So that's a level 3, a 7, a 1, a 9,
there's a lot of 2s down there
a 9, and a 5.
Oh, yeah.
I think
it doesn't update.
I'm going to buy the 1. So now I'll have a 1, 2 3s, and a 4. So that way, hopefully, if you guys can stop rolling 6s and 2s and 5s, I'll start getting resources. All right, my friends. Where'd it go? My friends that taught me, so it's is better because you get something on every turn, mostly. Machikoro is not that way. No. Yeah, Machikoro is you only get stuff on other people's turns if it is a building, because you're like building a town. And so it has to be a building that gets something on other people's turns.
Right. Well, to be fair, this one isn't always going to get you something, because if you buy a planet, that number no longer gets you anything.
True. If we scroll down, if I buy one of these, there's space stations, I think.
Yeah. But you do start with being able to get something from every single number.
These are just worth points at the end of the game. But they block out your area. You'll never, if you buy this number 1, you can never put another number 1 in the sector. Mm-hmm. And every time it's your turn, you can never collect from that number 1 sector again. Okay, I'm going to take that one. Now I can buy, how much money do I have? I have 6 money. Okay, I can again buy stuff from other places. That's like a 6. It's a 7. I really like these ones. Let's see if they come in handy.
One? The arrows.
It's the arrows.
Yeah.
Let you choose a direction. Where did we roll? What was rolled? Must be in a 6 and a... Oh, I see. It's over here. It was a 6 and a 3. Okay. So it was a 9. If I can get that 9 flipped over, that'll be good.
Do I take the 5 or the 3?
But anyway, Jane was having a hard time understanding, like, if everyone in this world, if everything is fair, how come not everybody has the same, like, abilities and resources and able to do the same things? And why is it harder for some? So what we did is we played Space Base, and about halfway through, like, we kind of reset the game, but then we reset where I started without being reset. So I had a full board full of things. So I was getting tons of resources every time, but he was getting nothing. And we were just pointing out that it's like I inherited my own things that I gave to me, but he had nothing. And so he had to work from scratch. And he really didn't like that idea. That
yeah.
He had to, like,
that's fair.
Build up to it, but it seemed really easy for me to just get tons of resources, and that didn't seem fair to him. So, which, yeah, it isn't.
It obviously
it isn't fair.
It isn't.
Okay, what does this one do? Gain 1, spend 1. Oh, you can buy an extra card. I will do that one to get a 2, and you guys still aren't rolling 2s. And that was a
a 12.
Who got the 12? You got the 12.
Yeah.
And you don't even have anything on your 12. Your 12's not doing anything for you. I wish you could pay these. These little green ones allow you to, if we hover over this, this allows you, like I said, to add the sum of the dice together and go one farther. So if the sum of the dice equaled 8, you could go up to a 9 if that worked out better for you. And there's ones that'll let you go 1 or 2 steps as well. I don't see any up here right now, but they exist. Trust me. Take that. How much money? I have 3 monies.
Oh, that is not a lot to work with.
I am not very much. That's Misty's turn anyway.
So maybe you'll get more.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 12. I have nothing on my 12 sector. I take 2 6s. You know what? I'm going to take the 12 sector so I can get another planet.
That's what I ended up doing too.
And then...
because I wasn't going to be able to get enough money for the thing I wanted.
You know what? I'm going to take this 10 right here. So that's a spaceship. Give me some spaceships, maybe. Activate sector 2. 8. We could upgrade that so that becomes the 9. And then it's going to give me 3 money. Let's do it. I'm going to try to hit it. There. And then now I can activate sector 9. What we found is that it's really hard if you touch these in the wrong way. Sometimes it'll activate gaining the resources instead of using your charges that you put on there. But I also found if that happens, you can quickly hit the reset turn and try again until you can make it work. But it is a pain. So I wish there was a way. I wish it knew when you had charges listed.
Yeah.
And so it would say over here.
It?
Yeah, like if it was like, did you want to use a charge? That would have been really nice.
So I would appreciate if you guys would start rolling some 10s.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you loaded up your 10s? Oh, we should look down on Michelle's 10s. Okay, so this is Michelle's board. Ooh, she's going to be getting planets every time we roll 10s and 3 money. Mm-hmm. Misty has a pretty good... She's going for high numbers.
Yeah.
Like that, the mixed together. What's this going to get me? All right. You know what? I'm going to take this one. And... there's some things worth 2. Okay, so I'm going to spend that. That's going to give me an extra 2, and I should be able to buy 2 cards now. Take this 9, and then I will take Oh, can I take a 10? No, I cannot. It's like I'm sitting so far away from my screen. I can take another 3.
You're just like using a book for
my mouse pad. Totally classy. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take that as a 6. So I was able to buy 2 cards. Sweet. Now if you guys could roll a 9, that would be helpful. Activate sector 2 and 3. That'll get our other charge on there. So now we can activate. So if somebody can roll an 8, we can still activate the 9. With these arrows here, what it'll do is it'll activate everything on this line. Plus, I can pick a direction to go. So in this case, if we can activate 9, we'll get 3 money. And then we'll also get another 3 money from the 10 sector. It's the only way it can go. It has to go one way or the other. So. Hi. 11 Cosima 11. Owns Cosima owns. I don't know. Maybe you're French. Possibly. Probably not. We are an English channel, so probably not. Well, thanks for joining us.
We're playing Space Base.
Yes, we are playing.
Which is a really fun game.
Space Base. Cosima, hello. Nice to meet you. Cosima is one of my dear friends. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Well, a friend of Misty's is a friend of ours. You can come to our board game resort once we build it too.
You know, like 5-10 years from now.
5-10 years. Eventually, when it is created. Okay, I'm going to buy that card. There we go. Anyway, so not ko. Oh, sorry. Cosima, not cow or ka. Sorry. I was saying, well, it's like I saw it at the like COS, like the cost sign. But I suppose that's cosine too, isn't it? Oh, great. That's no worries. Thanks. Adam's always screwing things up. We'll do Adam's crying. It's like over my head. Look.
Let's see.
It actually worked out that time. Okay. Oh, I have to still pick a sector. So let's see here, we must have rolled a 3 and a 6. So we can load up this one, or we can do this one. So we're going to do this one. Watch. It'll go here, and now we can select to either activate this sector or this sector. And this is going to get us more money. So we're going to do that one. You know, mess up people's Twitch names. LOL. At least just Misty. Yep. Like mine, everyone's like, hello, A and game school.
Right. Well, but once they know that we're Adam and Michelle,
then
they're like,
oh, okay.
Oh, A&M. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Until then, they're like, what?
It doesn't make any sense.
Is this a typo?
I have 14 money. I can. Hopefully, there's something good down here to buy.
Nope.
There's something in the 10 sector.
No, actually, for 14, yeah, for 14, there's some good stuff.
Adam and Michelle. Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, it's magic. Oh, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do that. I can buy a ton of stuff. Okay, we're gonna get that one. We have 5 money left. What can we get for? Can we get an 8? I need an 8. A 4, a 6. We get another 9. 3, a 7. 6. Let's do. I guess we'll do another 9. I wanted a 10.
What did they get? A 2 and a 5.
Michelle, I wish I could change my Twitch name. We played it in person, on stream, had Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, it feels like a lifetime ago.
It does.
But it was fun. Those were the days. For sure.
Those were the days. Because, like, we built a little tiny home, which allowed us to travel out to Meepo Grande and spend, like, most of November with them. Yeah. And then we had to rush back here for Michelle because she had
I got called up for jury duty. So Friday evening, that's tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm. So tomorrow night after 5, I get to call and find out if I do in fact go in for jury duty on Monday.
Right.
That's just like days from now. And if I do, then I have to book a hotel room immediately for the night before, and we'll go up. But they might be like, we don't like you, don't come in. And then I'll be like, cool, I'm so glad I spent the whole winter in this frigid climate.
Right.
All for this one phone call that you said don't come in. We'll see.
We'll see.
Tomorrow night we'll see. I keep thinking it's Wednesday. Probably because we spent all day yesterday driving up from Missouri.
We need an 8.
So, like, yesterday was basically a lost day.
It was a very long,
we listened
lost
to,
day.
like, half of our book. We listened to A Square Meal, which is about food during the Depression, which was fascinating. But, like, that's literally the only thing we did yesterday. Drive and listen to A Square Meal.
And drive.
And drive more.
You know, I think I'm going to take that one. There wasn't really anything good that time.
2 into 5 again.
Okay. 5, 7. I could. No, we'll take the 2. I don't have it listed up yet that I want to move that over. Okay. I catch up to chat.
I am super duper torn now.
Michelle. I wish I could change my username. Playing games in person. Okay, I think you can. I can? Oh, okay. They're talking about how to switch your Twitch name. Me too. I'm a little slow. Okay. I think we'll keep ours at A&M Game School.
We'll just let everybody figure it out.
We'll let everybody figure it out.
It's always fun to have that, like, aha moment, right?
Like, oh,
okay, I think I'm going to do...
We're 2 people.
Oh, wait, but if I do that, that would get that one up there.
Who's Missy? Missy's on first place. What is she doing? She's got 10 rocket ships. I am playing, like, a super long game, and she's like, no, I'm just going to win.
She did buy a planet already for number 1.
Ah, okay.
So that helps.
That can do it.
In the basement.
I think he's just in the living room, sweetie.
Okay, we're gonna... I finally got some points on the board.
Oh, they rolled a 10! Yes.
I think it was Misty who rolled a 10.
2 more planets for me.
Okay. We have a bunch of money to spend, I'm pretty sure now. 10 money. I am trying my best to find... Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Are there any available? Oh, there's one. There's one available. But it's too expensive. And for a 5, take something in the 5 sector, or something in the 1 sector, or the 12. We're going to take something in the 5 sector. That is one that will allow me to move the dice 1 or 2 times.
Oh,
yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. 7, I could take the 8. Oh, we'll just do that. We don't have to use our charges yet.
What?
So, Cosima, do you like to play board games? Also, are you from the South too? Are you from down by the Grandes?
Right, like, are you a virtual friend?
Virtual friend,
or like an in-person friend?
Or, you know, hopefully to be in-person friend. I don't know. We were virtual friends with Meepo Grande for a long time, and then we just showed up at the front door.
Hey,
we're
here now.
Virtual friend. Okay. And do you like to play board games? I'm assuming yes, since you're looking through board game like live stream channels.
I guess I'll take this one.
But probably shouldn't make assumptions. Okay. Misty rolled 5, 6, 7, 8. She rolled an 8. Ooh, with that, I'm going to see if I can use my thing. Yes, I can. It is easier with the being able to click it.
Yeah, with the mouse. That makes sense.
Because it was...
Because sometimes the cell phone's like, what are you trying to touch? This? And you're like, no, not that.
No,
oh,
no,
there's no undo.
Not that.
There's
not
no
that.
Undo.
Okay, what is this one? Place one charge anywhere, then move one of your charges to another open charge. Okay. We'll take the 1 and the 5. I have 17 to spend. This isn't good.
Yeah, I had that earlier too. I did not get a planet. I don't really want to get a planet at this point.
I really want an 8. I'm overspending for this, but I wanted an 8. Oh, this is perfect.
Rolled an 8.
She rolled an 8. So we're gonna collect this one, and then this one, and then this one. It's a nice chain reaction that we have going now. So we are back up to 16 money. That was worthwhile. Okay. Hey, Soften Your Razor. One day we will meet. She's a board gamer, yes. Not a streamer. I met her through the whole card. And Drellin, 13. A friend I live close to now. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Did Misty just roll an 8 as well?
Yes.
So, Soften Your Razor, we are playing... Space Base. And I keep wanting to say Star Realms. But it's not. It's not Star Realms. It is Space Base. Have you ever played Space Base? This is one of our family favorites.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to just pick up and dig into. A 7? Is that good? I don't know. It might be good for me. You know what? I'm going to spend one of these to bring it up to an 8. Because the 8 gets me more spaceships. And I have 30 money to spend?
Wow.
Crime and Nitleys. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the 8 sector to push that 8 up. Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 10.
She rolled a 10. Okay, well, I mean, it still works. It's not what I was hoping for. But, I mean, it'll work. It's fine. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay. I have never heard of it until you recommended it to me. Looks intimidating. It actually isn't. If you've ever played Catan, it's the same principles, just without like the whole, board. As far as like rolling, collecting resources. So on everybody's turn, they're gonna roll dice. Misty rolled a 6 and a 4. So we can either collect this one from the 4 sector and one from the 6 sector, or I can go over here and add those together and collect 3 money and 2 spaceships, which gives us victory points at the end of the game by rolling that. And I just rolled a 9. So the 9's going to give me either 6 money, or I can activate these. And let's see here. What do we have for money? Let's take it. We'll take the 9. Now we can buy any ship. That's a 12. I'm trying to think. What do we have going on? I can't buy this 8 anymore because I've covered up my 8 section. You know what? I'm going to buy this 9. I have been thinking about it. It just gets me other things. So that's a 6. And if we do this, we're going to spend this cube, and it's going to let us upgrade it to an 8, which gets us 2 ships, 2 money, and then it moves over and it gets us 4 money, 6 money, and 3 money, and then it moves over and gives us another 2 ships and another 3 money. So I should have
11
bunches of money now. Actually,
I
don't have anything on 11. I just realized. And there's nothing to like pull it back down. I have to go backward.
Oh, Adam's at 30 points. It's kind of close.
Yes, in real life, these cards are long little it's a special card sleeve too. But they are like, it's like if a regular playing card was cut in half the long way, that's how long these are. And the sectors are here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I think we actually have sleeves for ours, don't we?
Yes.
You can get them. But they're really I think they're as long as a regular card, but they're like.
Okay.
I don't think they're quite half.
This should push it over the top.
2/3 the width.
Who's first? Misty was first player. Okay, so I got to 43 points. So that ends the game. Getting to 40 points calls the end of the game, and then you just finish the round. So everyone gets equal amount of turns.
Okay, can I do this?
Michelle has to get 20 points in one turn. I don't think.
So close. I got up to 35.
You did. Okay. So yes, yeah, we have little sleeves for the. So I think it's Sleeve Kings is the only one who makes sleeves for this one. So that's what we have.
And we got the
okay,
the expansion thing where it's got like the Mars Monster or whatever.
Right.
And we played through all of those, and we didn't actually like it.
Right. I would not highly recommend that.
It was nice to do something a little bit different, but I also really I didn't like any of the modules in it. So this is one of those that we just prefer the basic.
We have not gotten a chance to play Stella. We are going to play Stella as a word game with Jane today.
Yeah,
but he's not feeling very good. So that's why we decided just to do Space. Like Star Space. Did you want to play Space with us?
Yes. Anyone who wants to play can.
So I will. I don't know if BK. Like Burger King. So I don't know if you're able to play. You're around, so you can ignore the invites. Otherwise, yeah. I hope he always seems to get like weird symptoms anytime we travel, and we just did a 10-hour drive yesterday. It was 60 degrees where we were, and now we're back to like 20 degrees.
Yeah, it's like
went from
give me my phone. I'll look and see. It's supposed to be pretty cold this week.
Right. It was like,
so we had
regular humidity to like 10 degrees humidity.
Right. When we lived in Montreal, it's 17 Fahrenheit.
17 degrees Fahrenheit. So every time we've noticed this because we've had to travel a lot in the past.
Well, even just living in Montreal, the climate changed so frequently that one of us was sick at least once a month.
Right.
And so for the entire year.
Right.
And it was just because of the change of climate. So you have like a change in humidity.
Right.
That'll do it. You have a change in temperature. That'll do it. Typically, if you're just staying in the same place, it gradually changes over time. But then when you travel to a different one and come back, one of us always gets sick.
Right.
It is not. I don't even know what it is because it's not like a virus or a cold. It's just
like
your body
random
just
symptoms
becoming accustomed to a change in climate.
It's usually starts with some sort of dry throat, and that's why we've always attributed to the change in humidity. Because the things we weren't around anybody. So our 10-hour drive, we drove down to Missouri to see some properties to possibly buy. Found one that we hope we can get.
Yep.
And now we're back
has
here.
lots of really good internet service.
Yeah, that's the thing we checked. Like,
we checked
like
that.
we went down and we looked at like 6 or 7 different. How many? 1, 2, 3,
5.
Five different properties in person.
And so like this property has some cute little ravines cutting through it, but like 3 of the other properties were a ravine. Like it was just ravine.
Yeah.
Like 5 acres of ravine.
Right.
Just huge sloping up ravine.
Or it was just like a drop-off cliff, and it was like, you own the drop-off.
Cool. I feel like this is going to be an issue when I want to build a house.
Right. Did you want to play again, Misty? I just threw you in, but
yeah. If you don't, that's okay.
Yeah, just let us know, and we'll play 2-player. But it is drastically different in 2 players.
Yeah.
We found, because then you want to really diversify. You won't spend as much time getting loaded up on the top.
No.
against other players.
They're like
Okay.
kind of a waste.
Oh, she's there. Your picture always looks like it's watermarked, even when it's not.
Yeah, because it's just kind of light pastel colors. Isn't that a cool picture though?
It is a cool picture. It looks just like Misty.
It just screams Misty.
It does. Yours screams you because I mean it's literally you.
Well, it is an actual picture of me, so yeah, it probably would. Ooh, that's kind of a nice starting card.
Which one did you get?
I got this 7, and it gives me 2 planets. But if I get it up, then it's 2 money and a planet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
wow.
And you just rolled a 7.
I guess I'm starting.
So that's great.
Yes, I am starting play. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm starting you by giving you a 7. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna grab this 8.
Ah, that's the same kind of card that I got on the 7.
Yep.
It's a pretty sweet card.
I saw that. Okay, roll the 7. So I am getting nothing. So anyway, a softening razor. This is how the game starts. You start with 1 card flipped over. It makes it asymmetric, but otherwise all these other cards are basic. The first 6 get you 1 money, and then 7 gets you 3. 7 and 8, I think, all get you 3 money. Then 9 starts the planet. So 9 through 12 gives you planets. There's 3 resources you're working with. You're working with money, profit, I think it's called income. Money, yeah, you have your gold, your income, and then your victory points or spaceships or whatever you want to call it. Okay, roll the 10. I have 0 money. But if I do this, then I can activate the planet and have a planet, I guess.
Then at least you won't go below 1 money.
I won't go below 1 money. I wonder if you guys would like furnace. If you're into cards, that can be upgraded for production stuffs. Wait, I wonder if you guys would like furnace. Furnace the game, I'm assuming. If you're into cards, that can be upgraded for production stuffs. Probably. We like engine. I'm understanding a little better what you're saying. If it has that engine building element where things are kind of growing as you're going along, we tend to like that type of game where everything starts off basic.
Yeah, I love engine building games.
And then it kind of goes from there. Misty, have you played this with the light speed variant? Me and Michelle tried it yesterday, I think. You know what? I'm going to take this one. So those 2 spaceships might do something. And I have 4 money to spend. So, let's see here. A 6, 12.
I had no money
11,
last time.
8, 4, or a 1.
I feel like I'm having a bit of a rough start here.
You know what? Let's get a 1. We need something rolling in those bottom sectors. Oh, okay. 1 or 4 would have been good there. We got that one. There we go. You have not. Okay, so Lightspeed variant, you start with the ability to buy $15 worth of cards. Everybody does. And that's what your starting hand is $15 worth of cards. So you buy what you can, and then you just go. I think you get 3... Or is it 4? I think maybe it's 4 level 1 cards to choose from and 2 level 2 cards to choose from. Or something like that.
Yeah, and you get to pick which ones you start with.
Yep. By, paying your 15 money.
Right. We should have enough time to play a 3rd game.
Yeah.
So maybe we could do that with
We could try it. If we get through this one quick enough, and if you're still able to hang around, then you
even if you're not, like, me and Adam could still do it. But...
True.
I mean...
Sans Misty?
I know.
There we go. I need something to flip these over. So an 11. I need an 11. I have nothing on the 11 sector, and I have nothing in the 5 and the 6. So I'm missing tons of monies. This is not going to be a good game for me. We're not as good as the last one, I should say.
Yeah.
All right. Misty rolled that. So I can take the... It's a 1. I have 2 money. 2 money to utilize. Yay! There is an auto win card. I haven't seen it yet.
Maybe the reason we didn't have this game in the trailer was because it uses too much table space.
I think that's what it was, is that it grabs a lot of table space away from other things. There we go. Activate Sector 9. That was 4 money. Yay! It's like I keep looking down at the screen. It's so far away. Sector 8. Ooh, that's gonna be money.
Yeah.
4. Okay, 3. I
Oh,
should start deciding.
Oh, you find that you got your 8 up, huh?
I got my 8 up.
I haven't been able to get my 7 up yet. And you keep rolling 7s, so I really want to. I really want to get that one up.
8. Should allow me to buy anything in the first 2 sectors if I do this one. So that's an 8. So that one's a 10. 9, 4, 3. Okay, let's actually get this 8 up. That could be good. Well, that's a 9. I should have gotten the 9 up. Oh well. Maybe next time.
There, I got my 7 up.
Let's roll a 1 and a 2. That's enough to push me up 1. So yeah, currently our thoughts, if we get this property, is to put a small off-grid cabin on it for us to live in. And other little off-grid cabins for other people to visit.
Yeah.
Eventually.
We found some directions for a cabin that the DIY build estimate of it is roughly 6,000 or 7,000. So we're like, okay, that's super doable. We'll just put 2 of them together.
Right.
And so then we're, looking at just double the price. It will not be huge. It's going to end up being almost 600 square feet. So pretty small.
Right.
But I mean, it's 6 times bigger than what we're currently in. So it's also very large. And then there's not going to be a dedicated space for us to be able to do live stream and stuff. So we're going to have to make do for a bit. But then we'll have, property space to be able to build, our own little, game cafe cabin-y thing. And that can be our live stream area.
Huh? She changed her name.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming she, because she has a little she person here, but maybe not. So Cuddly. This person is now Cuddly Cosima. Nice. Instead of 11 Cosima 11. Welcome back. So now we don't have to be Cuddly Cosima, the person formerly known as.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just a 1 and a 5. Okay.
Misty is off to a good point start.
She is. Yes. She's up to 7. Me and you are both hanging out at 4.
I just don't get it. She doesn't have that many point cards. Maybe it's those 9s.
2 3s. Does she have all the 9s? I'm trying to get a 9.
She has a 2-pointer up on her 9. So anytime one of us rolls a 9.
Ah, okay. What does this one do? This one. Oh. And that one can be good.
And Adam has a pile of arrow cards.
I think I'm going to switch up this one. Here we go. We're going to get pointed at the 9s. Oh, he rolled a 9.
Oh, I rolled a 9.
Ah.
That's what's happening.
Oh. Not necessary. Just Cosima. Will work. Sounds good. Going for just Cosima from now on. Cuddly Coast. Cuddly Coasty. Oh. Everyone takes the Twitch names and then has to like shorten them anyway, right?
Yeah.
Was rolled 2 3s. I don't have a 6 or 2 3s. That's not a good number. Okay. 5, 8. Oh. It's me rolling that one. I don't want to roll an 8. I want you guys to roll 8s.
I'm happy. Keep rolling those 3s.
I can't.
But not with 6s. Don't do it with 6s.
Can't afford.
That helps Misty too much.
We'll just take this. And then I will skip buying this turn. I'm going to save up.
You didn't have that much to start with.
No, I didn't have much to work with.
Yes. Thank you for that 7.
Oh! Yeah, I am lacking in the 2 to 7 district. It's not going so good. It's the same as my Xbox tag, so. All right, okay. That makes sense.
That could be good. Don't have a 1 yet, but I don't really want. I have 8 money. I don't really want to spend only 2 to get a 1. That's.
I know. You'd be spending all 8 of your money to be able to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Wim!
No, that's not helpful. I'm gonna do this.
We are playing Space Base. Ooh. That wasn't me rolling the 8, right? Yes! It was Misty. Thank you, Misty, for rolling an 8.
Misty, shame on you. Helping Adam. Oh my goodness. What have you been doing with your 8? No wonder he's so excited.
It's growing really large.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm going to take
I'm gonna take the
2 3s. And I think now I can afford the 9. Okay, there we go. Now that pushes it up.
Oh no, I rolled a 9.
To a nice
That's really
sector.
Good for Misty.
So now I can select, I can go this way or this way. And I'm obviously going to the 8 because the 8 is like super powered now. But Michelle does have a few more spaceships. I'm not doing as great on spaceships yet. You haven't seen this one, Wim. What? So Space Base...
Get with the program.
I've summed it up a few times, but Space Base is kind of like the resource gathering in Catan. You have numbers 1 through 12, you roll 2 dice, and you can either take each number individually or the sum of the numbers put together as your resources that you're gathering. Main resources that you're gathering are coins. Planets allow you to, after you've spent coins, so it only brings you down to that minimum amount. So my minimum amount of money I can hold on to is 12 or 4. And then lastly, it's spaceships. So spaceships allow you to win the game. First one to 40 points wins. That's basically it. Also, like Machikoro, if you played Machikoro. I remember because we'd played Machikoro first, and then sometime later we played Space Base with. So we have this older lady who lives near, like, our hometown. And we found out that she loves games, and she kickstarts a bunch, and she's like our grandma's age, but she is obsessed with board gaming, and so usually anytime we're in the area, she invites us over, and we play games again. Oh, explain the rules as Chewbacca. Okay, so... That's about it. That's like the whole game. Yeah, pretty much. Machikoro, you played twice. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we enjoy this one a lot more than Machikoro.
Mainly because you can take the sum of the dice.
I think it's because,
that's really good. Yeah, I'm a shaved Wookiee. I'm trying to grow the Wookiee back out. What do we roll? 2 2s. I'll take that. Okay, we gotta buy something good. Hopefully a 9. Keep over-investing in 9s, and it's probably not gonna be the best thing.
Yeah.
Because I am I am sorely lacking in smaller numbers. So, sorry, Scrappy Kid, because of our weird driving and then running down and then getting back, we have not started on our... Well, we started on our project. I've started up some rough drawings, but we haven't gotten any farther.
Oh, did you end up asking him about if he likes battle axes?
Oh, do you like battle axes?
I feel like
I can't remember.
I feel like a battle axe would be really good.
Yeah. No probs. Or maybe that's no probs that we haven't started. Not no probs. I'm perfectly fine with battle axes. We didn't really like Manticore. Felt a bit unbalanced.
Yeah,
like Dominion. Yeah.
I feel like this kind of fixes some of those issues.
Right, because everybody starts the same to battle.
Yeah.
Battle axes are always good. Yeah.
Okay,
So for raiding, raiding, because we were talking like a sword and shield, and we're like, you know what, maybe a battle axe.
I feel like a battle axe could be fun. It'd be a little bit different. Like everyone has a sword in theirs.
We're just thinking it's easier for him to carry it.
Well, I think it would fit the space well.
Yes, Winky or Styly. Yes. Chopping wood. Which we might have to do if we get this property.
Yes. But not so much. There's enough space.
There's enough space
that we could set up the house without chopping any down. But we probably will.
Right.
Just clean up some of the area.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to take this 3. I don't really know what it does, but I need to get something on the 3 point.
Yeah.
Making pointy stakes. Viking. Yeah, because we're, Viking-ish style. Okay, I'm going to take the 10 because that'll activate this one and this one, which is going to boost my numbers and give me lots of money.
I don't want you to have lots of money. I want me to have lots of money.
Lots of money and planets as well.
Yeah. Well, I only have 5 planets. I mean,
right.
It's not that much. But I do have 22 spaceships.
Have you blacksmithed your own axe? I feel like you're setting that up as like a... Because you're like, what's even better is making your own. So I feel like Wim is currently live streaming, like watching us right now while he's like... Chink. Speaking of axes...
I mean, I suppose there's probably enough room.
Wim is in Europe, and like half Europeans are just blacksmiths, and I think the other half are thatchers.
Half of Europeans.
Half of Europeans. Half Europeans. Oh. Gotta get back to work. Have a good stream. Thanks, Alpine Eraser. Bye.
Thanks for visiting.
1 and 2. Okay, what does 3 do? I don't gain. Then spend 1 to re-roll any dice of your choice. Oh, that's not actually very good. So I'm not gonna...
Yeah. That's why I didn't buy that one.
Right.
I actually really don't care for most of the ones that use cubes.
You know what?
I tend to kind of avoid them unless
I need to personally roll a 9. Me and Jeff did a workshop. A blacksmithing workshop. Really? Do you guys live stream your blacksmithery? Might be loud though, wouldn't it?
Just have to like turn down the mic. Turn down the mic.
We paid for it. Oh, okay. I don't know why. Like, I'm imagining Wim actually, like, blacksmithing his own little meeples instead.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that makes perfect logical sense.
It's like, well, I got a game of Carcassonne coming up. Gotta blacksmith those meeples. 24 for Michelle.
I know. I actually have 26.
Oh, that's not good. Michelle is shooting right up there.
Mm-hmm. I sure am.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this one up there. I don't really know what it does. Our blacksmiths on Twitch. And that's a fun idea. That might be possible. No sectors to activate. I think that's gonna be the thing that shoots me in the foot. You've gone really heavy on the bottom 7 sectors.
I mean, you guys roll a 3 and I get 2 points.
Right, and
that's very likely.
Misty she went for a spread out idea, and I was like, hey, I have those arrow ones. What can we do? So like if I can roll these, if I can roll an 8, it's really good. Or no, not me. I get 4 points for 8s. You guys can roll an 8 or a 10. It's really nice.
There, I got a 9.
Oh, that was a 5 from Misty. That's not good. What are you at? You're at 30. You're probably higher now, though, right?
No, I'm at 30.
Oh, okay. Whew. Okay.
Just roll a 3.
So I'm debating getting a chainsaw. If we get this, do we get a chainsaw, or do I just handsaw down all the trees? And part of it kind of comes down to like the energy needing, to be used for it, and oil and all that other kind of stuff. Or if I just handsaw it, then I feel like I'd have more control over what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, part of it is like once you get it down, you also, if we're cutting down like a whole tree, you also need to be able to like cut that tree into sections.
Yeah.
So that's going to take a significant amount more time if you are doing it.
Well, that's why I was thinking of getting a reciprocating saw, because you can use that for construction as well. And I was thinking of using that to trim branches off. But I feel like it'd be slightly safer to use. Be careful with trees. Maybe hire somebody. So we're talking smaller trees here.
They're not huge trees.
Yeah. So we went out to the properties
to
look.
Honestly, they're probably not bigger around than like your face.
Yeah.
They're not terrible.
Like one standard Michelle size face. That's how big around the trees are. Like a standard size pear. As
my nephew, so like my sister and her husband also like to play games, and they watch Shut Up and Sit Down. And so when their little boy is 3, and when they like go through the grocery store and he sees pears, he'll point them out and be like, hey, look, standard reference size pears. And then at Christmas time, they're like, you guys have to hear him sing the 12 Days of Christmas. We're like, okay. He's like, on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a standard size pear tree. Or like
standard size reference
size.
I don't know how he said it.
Or something like
it worked.
It was
He's like
so
2
funny.
and it was just
He's 3, but yes.
3. It was still hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
Okay,
a partridge, because it was a partridge.
Right.
In a standard size reference pear tree.
Right. That's what it was.
I'm
watching some videos on YouTube about wood cutting.
That's
what I've been doing too. I've been watching like how to cut down trees on YouTube, learning as much as I can. And then part of it was just like I have never really used a chainsaw, but I had thought, okay, if I just use a regular bow saw, I can kind of do things in a much slower fashion.
You're coming up on me, Adam.
And make sure I do things correctly. Slowly.
I'm still ahead of you, though.
Are you?
I am. I have 36 points.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I had 41.
What?
When she just rolled.
Oh, Meanie, you didn't even say anything.
Well, it didn't... Anyway.
That was so close.
Hey, I got to ELO 200. Oh, no, I'll lose that now if we play again. So we should stop forever, right?
We're playing another round.
Okay. So I think I have to return to main site to reset it up.
Misty, are you up for another round?
Yep. Are you around for one more round? And Cuddly, Kosama, did you want to play with us? You've seen it twice. Did you want to play? And do you have a Board Game Arena account?
So you're friends with Misty, so you must.
Right. Misty wouldn't let her friends not be, on Board Game Arena.
Friends don't let friends
not join
Board Game Arena.
Oh, Wim. Let's see here.
Yeah, definitely. Whim is Elmo.
Where's Elmo? Okay. Yes. You have a spot. I do want to play, but I'm unable to at this time.
No
Are you
problem.
working? You're currently like...
You're like, nobody look at what I'm doing on my computer. I swear it's work.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll invite in Whim. I'll do the thingamajig, and maybe I'll see Whim. There it is. There's Banan. Okay, and we were gonna play. So Whim, we're throwing in kind of the deep end with it, since you haven't played. But we are going to play the light speed variant. The game will actually go by a little faster.
Because we'll start with some more stuff.
So you're gonna start with. Where'd it go? Okay, it is. It wasn't set up to being. There we go. There we go.
Except.
Okay, so let's do normal mode, and we are going to do light speed variant. So all that's different about light speed than what you just saw. At the beginning of the game, in the normal game, all of us start with one level 1 card flipped up, so that way we can possibly get stuff on other people's turns. Light speed variant, instead, we're going to see, I think, 6 or 8 cards, and we get to buy up to $15 worth of those cards and put them on.
So just remember the little gold circle is the dollar amount.
And then the little white cube is what
locations.
Right. What number needs to be rolled to get that. Okay.
What dice it corresponds to. Dice number.
So that's the only difference between that and light speed. And when we played light speed, it really did speed up the game quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, so here you guys can kind of see on mine. I have 6 to choose from. You have 15 to spend, and you just don't click on them until you're ready. Just kind of like look at them, but like up at the top, that's 3 money. It's going to go in the 8 sector. It's 4 money into the 5 sector. 2 money in the 1 sector. So yours is going to be the same, but just remember, money is the coin. And what sector or what dice number needs to be rolled is the white side, the right-hand side of the thingamajig. Well, what do we want to do? 4, 5, 6, 10, 13. I could do that. I don't know.
Okay, I was able to get 4 cards this time. Last time I played, I only was able to get 3 with the choices that I took.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I think I'm going to do this where I take the bottom 3. And that should be all that I can spend. Finish selecting. There we go. There's my start. And so if we come down...
Well, you can't see it.
I can't see everybody else's just yet. Okay.
You have to wait
so
for
when you're still choosing. And yeah, just remember, if you have 2 of the same, it'll just be like underneath that one. Thus so making the other part, even better. Okay. And it looks like Whim figured it out.
Hey, your 8 is just like my 7. Except for my 7 is better because it was a 7
there we go.
Card.
Okay.
Quite a bit more.
Okay, so I rolled 2 5s. So you can either take 2 5s in your sector or 1 10.
I have 2 cards on my 5.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
It is.
I'm going to take the 1 10 that was sitting there. And then I think I can either buy a 10 or a... I'm going to take the 10.
Oh, my goodness. Whim got some really good cards.
Did he?
He's got 2 arrow cards.
Ooh, I love the arrow cards. And you got them. There's only like 1 of each type of card.
Well. Both of them got 2 cards with decent points on them. That's nice. That's pretty sweet. That was not the case for me.
So yeah, you always want to look, when you're looking at the cards, you're looking at what is the blue sector, and then when it gets flipped back around, what is it going to do on someone else's turn? Is the bottom red section of the card.
It's going to take the 4, but then I realized if I take a card that pushes my 7 up, then I can get planets on other people's turns. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, getting planets, having other people get you planets is great.
That's always nice.
Now we're playing with 4 people, so.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to get the 5 and the 6 sector. It's hard because, like, at 3 players, I kind of had figured out, okay, this is going to work. At 4 now, I'm like, do you invest more in the top ones?
Yeah.
Because you're going to have more chances to get those before other turns. Because, like, investing in the bottom ones can be great because you can double up on them. If somebody rolls 2 2s, you get to activate the sector 2 twice.
Yeah.
So it just kind of
it's a tough
comes down to what are you going to decide? So hopefully Wim is figuring it out. But yeah,
yes.
Otherwise, so Wim, on yours, you can either, he must have. And he bought a card.
Got it. Okay. All right, perfect.
Now you're a pro at the game. Totally understand it.
Yes. I'm so excited that everyone's rolling 5s.
What does 5 get you?
Just 2 money. I mean, it's not
just
really that big of a deal, but since I don't have a lot of...
me there.
You rolled another 5.
Ah!
But just the fact that it's the only low card I have, and it keeps getting
We're going to take that. That's going to be a spaceship and one of those little things to load up. And then we could gotta start making other things work. Maybe we'll do that one. There we go. Okay, so sector 8. Ooh, that's gonna be 2 money. That works. I'm going a bit slow. Sorry, no problem.
No problem.
Because every card also is gonna have like little different ratings. So, yeah, the icons, the main icons are how many coins it's getting you. How many spaceships? That's victory points at the end of the game. It's going to get you. This one, once it's rolled, so I have one right here. So we rolled a 5 and I placed a charge on it. From now on, every turn I can choose to use that charge and put the sum of the dice together to go 1 space farther. And so, like, if somebody were to roll a 9, like a 5 and a 4, I could spend my charge and bring it up to the 10 sector to get that particular thing. And yes, you can only buy 1 card. And when you buy a card, you spend all of your money that you have. Literally everything. So if you have 20 money and you buy one of these cards that is worth 2 money, you just paid 20 money for this 1 card. And it's gone. The planets, what they help you do is that when you spend all of your money, you only go down to that amount. So if you have planets built up, you only go down to. Looks like all of us have 2 planets. So all of us, none of us will go down to 0 money anymore. Yeah. All of us will go down to 2 money at the end of our turns. What did she roll? A 6 and a 3 or a 9? I'm going to spend my little charge to go up to that, and then I can get a 3 money 1. Everything in the level 1 sector costs between $2 and $5. There might be one that is a $6 one. And everything in the number 2 sector is between 7 and 9. There might be one that's 10. And then I think everything above that is 12 to 14 money. Mm-hmm. And then these bottom ones, when you buy them, you get to have...
it's a one-time amount of points.
Yeah, you get an instant ability of just getting 3. If you bought the number 1 ship, this is going to go in your number 1 spot. You get 3 points right off the bat. But from now on, when you personally roll a 1, you don't get anything. And that's just how it works. So it just it's good for like end of game. You're trying to just get some quick extra points. Push yourself right over the top. Ooh, maybe that one. Yeah. I think, okay, so that's an 8. Swing an 8. Don't have anything on 2. So we'll take the 8. There you go. And you can select the card themselves, which is actually one of the problems that we found. Or you can select up top when it says the 2 numbers you're going to choose from.
Oh, the 2
or a 7.
Or the 7. That's a hard choice.
Okay. And for Whim, if you can get those arrows turned around, if you can buy a number 10 card or number 9 card, the arrows go up top. And so on other people's turns, you're going to be able to activate that ability and whatever's next to that that's activatable. And so that's how I won the last game, is I had 3 in a row. So if anybody rolled a 10, I got to activate 10, 9, and Sector 8 all together.
Yes, 5s.
2 5s. I'm going to take the 10, I think. How much money do I have? I have 9 money to spend. What's worthwhile?
Yes, another 5.
Okay.
The last round I was not getting much money, but now I am because everybody's rolling 5s again.
Charging our thing, giving us a point, and now I can buy a card. What do I want to buy? I'll take the 6. There we go. I can get that flipped around and it'll be points on other people's turns. I have to get the... I don't think there's one available. 5 or an 8? Guess I'll take the 8. Guess I could have turned one into a 9, but my 9 wasn't any better. Yet. So anything that's in a blue box is activated on your turn. Anything in a red box is activated on other people's turns.
But only if the red box is on top.
Right. And anything that's green is activated on anybody's turn.
Yeah, whenever.
And so like here it's green, it can be activated on anybody's turn. It can only be, you know, gathered on my turn. When it's flipped around, it can only be gathered on other people's turns, you know, things like that. What was rolled? A 6 and a 2?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll take that. Got 2 more turns before it's my turn. 8. Another 8.
Another 5.
I
need to get more fun stuff up there on that 5, but there's not really any 5s out.
I should also say that there are cards that allow you to buy other cards. I don't see the one. It's a charging one, so you charge it, and then you're allowed to buy 2 cards on your turn. You get an extra 4 money to buy extra cards. There's something like it right here. This one just lets you claim 2 level 1 cards if it's rolled on your turn. I'm going to take that one. It's a planet and 2 money. And actually, okay, let's see here. 12. Nobody's wanting those 12s. So it's kind of like taking up space. Maybe I'll put this 8 up. So I believe this 8 is going to allow me to double up on things gathered. I believe. Let me roll over it. Okay, so gain 1, spend 1 to double 1 sector of blue rewards, or gain 1, spend 1 to double 1 sector of red rewards. That can be really powerful if I can flip it over and basically have it do itself. All these ones with charges, the little spots on it, they all require reading because gain 1, spend 1 to re-roll any 1 dice. Could be worthwhile. Oh, we're gonna take that. That's money. Oh, did someone take the getting a free card one? Okay.
That was me.
Michelle took it. Of course she did.
I don't usually get those, but I thought it'd be fun to try it out.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I could clear out some of those 12s and stuff too, because, you know, why not?
Right.
I wouldn't normally buy a 12, but maybe it would help me set some nice things up in case someone rolls it.
Just in case.
But it won't be out of my pocket, you know?
I'm just saying, freebie. 8s seem to be the popular thing to roll right now.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of those. Good to know.
But it's not 8s created by 4s, I'm finding.
Yeah, 5 and 3 usually. Or 6 and 2.
Okie dokie. What can I get? 5, or I could do a 6. It's not really worthwhile. We'll take the 2 and the 3. They're not, I mean, it's going to be wasted money because I'm not planning on getting the lockout sectors, but I can grab that 4. That's a good 4. As long as you guys can start rolling more 4s. There we go. That'll work out. Or at least works out for me. Get a visceral reaction hearing the BGA turn tone.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did you need me to turn it down? Is it up too loud? Oh no, I don't even have it on like... Bling. It's my brain. It's your turn. Move. I just realized that I had the sound off. Oh no, maybe this will work on the sound. I forgot I was messing around with that earlier.
Oh yeah.
Well, we messed around when we played with Leg Up the other day. I'm gonna take a 4.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Did Misty tell you what happened to me recently? No, she didn't. She did not tell us.
You have to tell your own news around
here. Yep. We ain't no gossipers.
Yeah.
Everybody lets everybody tell their own news. Usually. I don't know. Depends on your news. Maybe we'll share it later, but... Okay, I did do my turn though, right? Okay, yeah. I see.
See, the trick now is I have to roll an 8 to be able to use it.
Oh, right. You can. I think it's a charge ability, right? Can't.
It's a charge ability if I put it up.
That's what I meant. Like,
but it's
if
not
you put it up. My alerts didn't work, and so I forgot about all my turn-based games for a couple days.
Oh no!
Oh, so your reputation is 0.
Oh.
Well, you can play with us, and we'll help you build that back up.
We'll still play with you. Maybe not turn-based, but.
Michelle
I've never actually played any of the games turn-based. Ever.
I think Misty and Jewel oftentimes will set it up for a turn-based. I want to put the 8. I'm thinking. Yeah, I think I'll buy that 8. Okay. May take you up on that. Yeah. So if you see us playing, we'll just jump in. Usually we're here every Tuesday and Thursday. And usually we're playing shorter games than Space Base. 4 and 1. I'm gonna take that one. So a lot of times, like when we first started doing our live stream, we would play and teach games to other people who don't know how to play games on here. And so, and we usually do those in like private Zoom sessions, but after we taught them a few games, and they told them if they wanted to learn others, they should come back to here on Board Game Arena and play with us, and we'll teach them games. Yeah. But the whole point was that we knew that they were going to accidentally hurt their reputations through taking too many turns or taking too much too long or getting kicked out. And so it kind of gave them a place to safely come back, learn new games, go over on their time, and not get kicked out of a game.
Well, and we've been in so many situations where, like, our internet service isn't always super reliable. And so, like, if our internet goes out, it's nice to know that we're playing with people who aren't just going to be like, get rid of them.
Right.
Because it happened to me once, and it was horrible. I felt so bad, but I was also really angry because they kicked me out right when my internet came back up. And
she was only over by I think like 2 seconds or something.
It was the last turn. Oh, come on. Give me just another few seconds, huh?
Nope.
That's how it goes. Not everyone is patient.
Right. So it'll be my turn next. So I spend these, and do that again. There we go. That should be a bunch of money for me.
Nice.
There we
How
go.
much do you have now?
18. Sectors 2 and 3 or 5. Let's do 2 and 3. And now, oh, what can I buy? That's a 12. No one really wants a 12. Place anywhere. It's a 9. I don't have anything on 9 yet.
Oh, somebody took that 12.
You know what? Maybe I'll take the 4.
9.
So I've locked up my 4s. Now I'm just like required to only get 4s on your guys' turns. So don't let me down.
You bought the 4?
Kicking. Oh wait, kicking is bad for all, as you don't get ELO points if someone is kicked. Right. Yeah. So oftentimes how we usually play, we're usually learning brand new games and we're usually teaching other brand new games. So I guess it's been a while before we've said it, but like usually if someone's internet drops out, our plan is to collectively end the game.
Yeah.
If that person is unable to come back on, and that way nobody gets harmed by playing with friends. And we can just reset. And I think we've done that a few times, where we've just been like, okay, well, their internet obviously dropped off. It was early on in the game, and we were like, let's collectively end and we'll restart. Yeah. You know, that way it doesn't hurt anybody's stuff. Yeah. But we need to play the games for real to count as games.
Yeah.
Instead of in training mode. It's gonna take us nigh on forever.
It feels like it.
But we played a lot of games of Space Base. We played 3 games of Space Base today. We played I don't know how many games of Space Base on our trip down to Missouri.
Not really that many, maybe 3.
Maybe 3.
We played a few games of Martian Dice too.
Right. Martian Dice, very easy game to play over and over. Yes. I've been playing the Crew Underwater version recently.
I know we got 2 copies for Christmas. At some point, we're gonna give one of them away. Yeah. We usually when we do a giveaway, it's usually like a game that is ours, and we're giving it straight off of our shelf. But this one will be an actual brand new game. Right. Because, like I said, we got 2. Right. But we haven't played it yet. I don't know. I kind of want to finish regular The Crew first. Right. Like
She feels like it's cheating if she jumps into The Crew Underwater.
I just can't do it. I have to do like one and then do the other one.
Right.
And we're not very close yet.
For Christmas, it's hard being gamers and people buying us games. And usually they stick to a list. And they did stick to a list.
The problem is that Amazon did not update that there had been a purchase made. And so, it just, we end up with 2.
And that's okay. Just meant we have 1 to give away to y'all.
Yeah, at some point. We're going to have to decide when we want to do that. But I've heard that it's better than the regular Crew. That's a little different.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's different about it, though. Let's take this. We should load up that charge. For the case of... Oh, you know what? I should have bought... No, I can't. Okay, how am I doing on spaceships? Not nearly as good as Michelle is.
No, not nearly.
I got to talking and kind of forgot to try to win. Stop distracting me.
I'm set up pretty well to get points. Although if anyone rolls a 4, you're getting 3 points. That's a lot.
If everybody could start rolling 2 4s. Merci beaucoup, Misty.
No.
That is 6 points.
Yikes. Well, I'm up to 29, so I'm not doing too bad. People have been rolling a lot of 2s and 3s, so that's been helpful for me.
Right. Are you more loaded on the 3 second? Oh,
I have
see.
2 points on my 3 and I have 1 point on my 2. But that also gives me 4 money on my 2.
That's a lot of rockets.
What?
Oh, she said, oh, I see. You're French too. Because I'm nice. Yeah, she rolled 2 4s because she's nice. Yes, we learned.
You could be nice to everyone else.
Yes, you could. Share the love. Or not. Just keep rolling double 4s. That's fine. Nobody else really needs them. They just claim that they do. Oh, what do I want? I need... Okay, what is good to flip over? If I could flip that 8, that would be good. Or the 7. What do I have that I could buy?
Yeah, I finally have a 1 now.
6, 1, 2,
I don't even
12,
have any
9,
4s.
4. I can't buy the 4. 12, 12. Lots of 12s. That nobody wants.
Yeah. So I got this 8, and I haven't even had a chance to use it yet. But
oh, you know what?
I've one time gotten used.
Is there a 6 down here to grab? No, I'm gonna grab that 6. Okay, there we go. There we go. Gotta go. All right, bye, Scrappy.
Bye.
Might be setting up his live stream. Ooh, see. A 1 and a 6. We're gonna take that one. So yes, we did. I at least had learned French. Michelle learned a little bit of French, and we did French in Quebec for a while we were there.
Yep.
And we mostly learned how to teach board games in French and play board games in French. That's the extent of our French.
Teaching board games in French is pretty much all I can do.
Right.
Like I can teach a board game.
Right.
I mean, I probably couldn't now. It's been like 2 years.
Right.
So.
And it's not like perfectly like. It's not super beautiful French, but people can learn how to play a game and actually just play the game. That's the extent of our French abilities. Yay! Meeple Grande is cheering me on.
All right.
Hashtag Team Adam.
He's not. How does Misty feel about that?
I think he's hoping to jinx me so that way.
Oh, maybe
Misty can do better. That's my
guess. That could definitely be. There's a 4 for you.
Oh, I see. Okay, so Wim just rolled a 4 and a 5, but he has the thing that allows him to re-roll.
Okay.
That's why none of us can do anything yet. So he has to decide if he wants to re-roll. So some of these have lock symbols, and some of them are open. So yours is open, which means that you can load it 3 times. That's funny. I forgot much of the French. I didn't. Not much of the French. I didn't learn well. It would be fun to be immersed in a francophone culture.
I mean,
Michelle didn't like it so much.
Theoretically, I thought the same thing, but what were we watching the other day? And they're like, "Oh, the French people are so wonderful and nice," and we're like,
"Yeah, not the French
what?
I know."
Which French people are you talking about?
Oh, I think it was a cartoon.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was Big City Greens. Because the one girl was talking about Paris and she really wants to go there and how sweet and wonderful all of the French people are.
Right.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, there are French people who are sweet and wonderful, but like I think some of it is just like the cultural differences, like they come across as very brash.
Right.
You know? But I think it's just like cultural differences. Like the fact that the French will not say please or thank you.
Yeah,
because it like sounds like they're ordering you around, but really it's because in their language they show respect by the language they use and not with using please and thank you.
Right. You choose different verbs and verb conjugations to show politeness. Mm-hmm. You don't say please or thank you very much. I mean, it's not. You wouldn't ask somebody, "Can I please have this?" Like I know "s'il vous plaît" is like, you know, if you please, but they don't. That's not a common thing you use.
That. They don't really use that.
They're snub, huh? To Americans especially. Wait, what was rolled?
So close. I have 37 points. Adam, just roll a 6 and a 2 again for me, please. Thank you.
It's not my turn. It's I see.
Well, there's a 6.
I rolled a 10. Or a 6 and
I'm
a
1
4.
point away.
I'm gonna grab the 10.
I could beat you this time.
You could beat me this time. Okay, I'm gonna take that one, so it's at least points. So I'm up to 30.
I'm 11.
There we go. Select double reward. So I got 32. I don't think that's gonna help me that much. So anyway,
well, I got 1 point.
Oh. It's something we noticed, like we came across when we were teaching games as impolite because a lot of times I use the wrong verb conjugation. But for learning a different language, games are awesome. So if you like to play Catan, or I would say if you were to play a game here on Board Game Arena, if you can talk with other people and practice French, things like Dinosaur Tea Party is really good because you're asking what people have. Like, are you wearing a hat? Do you have stripes? Are you in a room? And so you're practicing using these same verb conjugations over and over and really kind of getting used to asking the question of, do you have? And then other people responding with, I do not have, which is a completely different verb conjugation. And then with, same with Catan, because then you're asking people, do you have a sheep? Est-ce que tu as un mouton? J'ai besoin de mouton. No, j'ai pas de mouton.
Thanks, Wim, for that 2 and 6.
No, Wim!
You're not going to get another turn anyway, Adam.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais? I have not played Catan yet.
Really? Well, I don't think that's on BGA.
No, it's not on Board Game Arena.
No.
So you can't play that one.
Yeah. It's like classic.
Classic trading game.
Yep.
Other good games for learning language or practicing language are cooperative games. Because it makes you, like, if you can play...
Flashpoint was really good.
Flashpoint was good. Flashpoint, I mean, you could do Pandemic, but it's a little different. Flashpoint's a little easier to be like, go through that door and save that person.
Well, the thing about Flashpoint...
They're burning!
Well, the thing about Flashpoint is, like, you're walking around in a house. So you can use language that you're already learning if you're learning a language. So, you can be like, I'm going to go to the bedroom, or there's some fire over on that chair. So it's like words that you would already be using in your regular language versus Pandemic is kind of more specific situation words.
Flashpoint Fire Rescue is a cooperative game, kind of like Pandemic, where you take on the role of you have a team of 1 to 6 people, and you're all firefighters running into a building and trying to save people. It works on the same action point system, so like you
have like 4 moves.
Yeah, 4 moves. You can move for 1, you can open a door for 1, you can pick somebody up and carry them, but when you're carrying them, they're heavy, so it takes you 2 moves to move each action. You can flip over smoke and remove it from the board, or you can flip fire over to smoke. But you have to really work together to put out the fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point of the game. And I think Misty just finished.
Yeah, probably.
And when she ends her turn, Michelle will be reign champion at 43 points. I was able to get a couple more points.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited because
we like cooperative games.
We're huge fans of cooperative games.
Especially when we play with people who haven't played a lot of games before.
Good game, guys.
And especially when people are like, I don't really like to play games. And we ask them, and it's like, oh, because they've had a really bad time with Monopoly or things like that. Super competitive. And we're like, play a cooperative game. Completely changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, return to main.
I mean, not like all cooperative games.
Not all cooperative games.
We're not a huge fan of like story games, like
You're thinking Stuffed Fables?
Yeah, we played.
We didn't like
Stuffed
Fables.
So much.
We just didn't like the story format of it.
That style of game we're not.
Rim said, no idea yet how to play. You'll pick it up. It's just you're slowly adding more things and
hey, you had some points at the end. That's a good start.
And it's engine building. So just the first person to 40 spaceships wins.
Yeah.
And
it takes a couple of plays to like not be terrible at it.
Right. When we played it with the old lady, sorry.
I think I had like 2 spaceships and Adam probably had like 30 and she had 40. And I was like, "All right, I'm ready to start getting spaceships now." She's like, "And I won." And I'm like, "But I just got my engine perfect."
Yeah, Michelle Fine at the end was like, "I totally understand how to play this thing." And I despised Monopoly growing up. An older brother was a very, very competitive gamer. LOL. That's what we find. So a lot of times we are playing games with a group of like, just random people. Usually people who've not played games before, and the last game they played usually is Candyland or Monopoly. And we like to crack out, cooperative games. Play Pandemic with them or play Flashpoint. We played way too much Flashpoint because we used it as part of our language learning. And so we played it.
We did end up passing that along.
Many times.
We just played it too many times. But Flashpoint was really great.
I would still highly recommend it.
Pandemic,
if you can get it.
The what are the little ones called again?
Hot zones.
Yeah, the Pandemic hot zones.
They've been nice.
They're nice too. They're basically the same game. They're just shorter and smaller.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else have been some of our favorites.
Forbidden Island. I wouldn't necessarily recommend Forbidden Desert or Forbidden Sky. I haven't played Forbidden Sky, so
we're not huge fans of Forbidden Desert.
Forbidden Desert, it
now,
feels
if you're playing it digitally, maybe, but like it's you're constantly stacking all these pieces, and we just kind of don't like that. But
Forbidden Island, on the other hand, like you're a team of 4 adventurers, and you're trying to get artifacts off an island that is currently sinking, like Atlantis, sort of thing. And you have to spend turns shoring up the island or just letting it sink and do other things. And Time Ruler says, "Oh, I prefer desert."
I know a lot of people do.
You said desert? Dessert.
Yes. Dessert edition. That could be fun.
Dessert edition. It's just, you just have like cakes and donuts piling up, and you have to, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
And...
well, we got
it's like the American edition.
We got Time Stories for our anniversary, which is like okay. It's not really worth the cost considering that you can only play it once.
Right. Right.
So I mean, I could see playing it a few years from now because we won't remember.
Right.
But like replay value is like basically 0.
Eat your way to the checkout exit. Yeah, exactly. So we're retheming the games. Yeah. So Forbidden Island has usually been our one saying, hey, if you're a family and you're just learning how to play ones, we always used to recommend Forbidden Island, and then we're like, just jump in after that and do Pandemic. But now we've, for so many years, said if you can get your hands on Flashpoint Fire Rescue, it has multiple different levels of play. So you have a very basic level of family style play. And then you can add more and more difficult rules within the box. And the box has a different side of the map to work with. It's interesting because like the family side has 2 exits to go outside of in Flashpoint Fire Rescue. But on the other side, there's only 1 exit, which makes me think when we build our tiny house, we're going to want 2 exits. Because like with 2 exits, you almost always win. But with 1 exit, you're always like, okay, somebody has to start chopping a hole in the wall because we need to get them out of this burning building. So
I'm looking up some more. So like we do like the Crew. That one's fun.
Stressed backwards, desserts backwards. Oh yeah, yes. We just call it stressed desserts.
Yeah,
that's good. What themes work best for new players?
I would say whatever theme they're interested in.
It's hard when you have a mixed group. Like sometimes when we do like a church game night, it's such a mixed group of people that it's hard to say, like who's into the Indiana Jones? Let's go play some, what am I thinking right now?
Ink and Gold,
right? Or let's play some
Well, like we had one
King of Tokyo.
family that used to they came over and the husband was like, I'm not really into board games. I'm like, well, first of all, why'd you come over here to play games then? Second of all, well, what are you interested in? Well, I mean, I really like racing. I'm like, perfect. So we ended up playing
Formula D.
Formula D.
So.
And he loved it. He's like, I didn't know board games could be like this. And we're like, they can.
Bye, Time Roller. Yeah, so that's I guess we kind of talk with people, get to know them, but otherwise basic themes like Dinosaur Tea Party, I think could be played with almost any group of people because who doesn't like dinosaurs and tea parties?
Yeah. It's got really fun art.
Other ones that have been fine with almost any group has been Ink and Gold and King of Tokyo.
King of Tokyo is always a huge hit. Well. And both of those have really simple mechanics.
Right.
So I mean, like King of Tokyo, and that is on Board Game Arena, so you can play it on there. But I mean, it's very similar to like Yahtzee, which most people have played. And then Ink and Gold is just a push your luck game, and people mostly like those. I mean, if they like Pass the Pigs, which is a pretty old, like a lot of people have played Pass the Pigs.
Right.
If they have ever played Pass the Pigs and they like that, then they probably would like Ink and Gold.
Right. Llama's
super pretty good. Yeah, I mean.
So as far as themes go,
it's like Uno, but it doesn't take forever.
Right. Right. I think the thing is that certain people are turned off by zombies, and so we just avoid zombie themes. Or certain people are turned off by, blood and gore kind of thing, so we don't play a lot of, we don't own any like Viking style games necessarily because, not that we would be abhorrent to ever playing them. It's just we just found a lot of people don't mind, one particular type of set. So like farming games, things like that are fine. Any not asymmetric. What am I thinking? I'm thinking like Azul, for themes. What's the term for that though? Abstract. Yeah. Abstract strategy is good to start with until you get to know people. Then you're like, okay, let's learn how to play. And Time Roller has said bye like 8 times, but he's still here, still saying bye. So.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, thanks. And Karalia Cosima is throwing up her things. I should show our little guys. So here's me crying, me lurking. I tried setting as our lurk, but it doesn't work if I set it for other people's lurks. And we have like Michelle doing stuff. So here's our little thingamajigs that's saying hi.
I love they're like flying all over the screen.
Well, I was saying earlier the head was just big enough and it went over my head while I was like
nice.
while I was playing it. So
that's awesome.
Time Roller is now lurking. But yeah, I had set up no, like I had typed in the lurk and then it was showing up my little icons, but since you don't necessarily have the icon, it didn't show the icon. So then on our side it just didn't show stuff. So I took it off. Yeah.
Well, if you do put in lurk, then you could just follow it by the emote, right?
Yeah, but it's I'll have to play around more to figure out how to make it work. I think it's because I have to change it to being a follower emote so anybody could possibly use it while on the channel.
Okay.
Which is a new thing on here. So new-ish, new to us because we're always traveling.
Yeah.
So we're still getting used to all this stuff. Clip it. Okay, so
Scrappy Kid is on.
Scrappy Kid is on. So we're gonna send you all over to Scrappy Kid then. So I like new things. Yep, and then we have our raid guy too, which is our trailer that we built, getting pulled by our truck that we made. But otherwise, we need to make some new emotes, and we're currently on making other emotes as well, just for the fun of it, because we were having fun just going back to our artistic days of learning, remembering how to make emotes, and now we're just like, it'll be a fun thing to kind of do.
Yeah.
Apook is on too.
No, actually, it's not on the list. They
Apook isn't on. They must have just raided off.
Just finished, yeah.
Okay, well,
There's also Dutch Yoda if you'd rather go to Dutch Yoda. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, should we go? No, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. For Chits and Giggles is also on. We haven't followed them.
I don't think we're following them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do. We have to go check on Jane anyway. Make sure he's not feeling too bad.
Yeah.
I think we'll do Scrappy since he was in here and playing with us for a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, okay. There we go. Otherwise, we're gonna be back. Hopefully,
if I'm
Tuesday.
not doing a jury, we'll be back on Tuesday. We're gonna be playing Anxiety, and we'll also play Depression, which are 2 card games that we're doing for part of Jane's unit study. So
right, and it's a little card game all about helping you with like anxiety and depression. So it's like a mental health game that Michelle found, and we thought we would.
Well, to be fair, I put a shout out on Twitter for people to give me some ideas for games for mental health, and it's a really obscure game that's like it's not like published by a regular publisher.
Yeah,
it's just through a card game printing service. So.
Right, but it's
actually pretty cool. So
it was pretty cool.
We're gonna play it, and you guys
we'll show it to you guys. Yeah. You guys can see it on hopefully Tuesday if we're around. But anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. Bye, and thanks for joining our channel, everybody who's here. And you can play with us next time. Next time we're on Board Game Arena. Next time you'll be kind of seeing us play a different game. So, all right, go say hi to Scrappy Kid. Bye.